Hello everyone, I am Mahesh and I am Senior Test Automation Architect with 14 plus years of experience in the field of software test automation. I've worked in 5 years with R&D department with one of the Fortune 500 organization, and I worked on different technologies like Java, C Sharp, Python, R language, then Ruby. So apart from that, I worked on Selenium PDD, I worked on Selenium, I worked on web automation, then API automation, then mobile automation using Appium, then load and performance using JMeter. So these are all. I mean, I have my skills and technologies awareness. Along with that, I do have one patent on my name and another in queue. And so if you can know, like as of now, I have helped near about 2100 plus people to learn the test automation, and around 11 plus 100 people, they are getting a very good opportunity in the renowned organization in the field of test automation. From my education background, I did my engineering, and later I did my MBA in IT and international business. Now, when I talked about today's session, today I'm going to take the session on how to take the screenshot, or the different way of taking the screenshot. Okay, so I'll definitely go one by one those ways. So I'll take a screenshot of whole page, then I'll take the screenshot of your particular web element, and some other way also I'll try to showcase you based on the time constraints. Okay, so now when we talk why these screenshots are required, so if you know, this automation testing has become a significant part in the entire software testing lifecycle nowadays. So the ability to execute a script and get results without interference or monitoring has resulted in a significantly higher level of efficiency in definitely in such a shorter timelines. Now, if we talked about this agile methodologies, nowadays in agile, everyone wanted to see what exactly you have executed, how you are executed, and they just wanted to see the evidence of your execution. So that is somewhere most of the people, they are lagging behind. Now, so if we talked about this, so sometimes what we do, we can take these screenshots also as an evidence of our pre-run, which we can say the run before the current run. Okay, and when we say I rerun, that means I execute after my pre-run. Okay, so I can validate both of these two things together. Okay, and then I can tell everyone, or the management, or the people who are looking for the current automation execution results. So I can share them my report, or my assertions failures, or my web element failures on the web page based on the screenshot those are assigned or attached to that particular your HTML report. Okay, so now that is not the only way which I'm talking about. Now, if you can think that now there is some difficulty in finding web elements also on the web page, and you can sometimes get some timeout exception, no such element exception, or any other exceptions. So in this case also you can find out, and you can add those screenshot with your scripts too. Now, how does your user take that screenshot in the Selenium? I'm going to showcase you today that. Okay, so now let me go back to my scripts. I mean, every day we are writing a scripts within this Selenium package. Now I can right click on here. Today I'm going to create a new Java class, and the class name is your let's say a get screenshot. Okay, I simply said a great screenshot. This is one of my class. I have just added that class here. Okay, so now I can write my regular code here like system. I'd first try to open a URL which is, or we can say application under test. Okay, and then I can say let's say that is my system dot set property. Okay, so I said system dot set property. Now when I talked about system dot set property, it will help me to set up my key and value at a runtime for my basically to my any of the browser that I'm opening right now. So if I can see here webdriver.chrome.driver, and I set the value, so I don't have the value last time also, so let me copy that value. So I'll not going back and copy this Chrome driver. So everyone know about this. I mean, we are looking for the Chrome driver when you are looking for any of the browser. If you're working on any of the browser, it definitely required that browser exe with you. Okay, so that browser exe is definitely required for you to look at your particular browser's support. Okay, now when I talked about how to go with this, so let me go back on my code base. I'll enter here WebDriver, and I say WebDriver is a driver and equals my new Chrome, and I say let's place this Chrome driver. So I said I am going to open this WebDriver, driver equals Chrome driver. Now I can say driver dot get, and I wanted to take a URL application under test. So I'm going back here. I can check one of my, okay. So I have this open page. So I simply copy this. I simply go back here and I say control paste. So now I do have my web application. Now I have, I'm setting up my WebDriver with the Chrome. I open here application under test. Same way, now I simply try to see if that code base is working and it will open this particular URL. So let me run this code base so that I can just make sure that this is opening my screenshot. So this is opening my application under test. So let me check that once. Okay. Yes. So it is opening my web page. Now I'll just enter some of the city name, pin code, or state from here, or address, something into the address, those things, and then I'll take the screenshot whether I entered, and then only I got the screenshot of those. So I'll not go more in detail about the common functions that I show in my previous couple of my previous session, or I'll not go more in detail about how to identify like is displayed, is enabled. I'm not going on those methodologies also. Okay, so now let me go back on this web page. I'll go back and try to identify these elements. Let's say this is my address bar, so the name is address. Okay, so I'll simply add those address here. So I'm going to write here driver dot find element by dot name, and the name value is address here. Okay, and I said I'm not going more in detail. That's what I said. I'm directly going to send some keys, and the value is my postal address. I'm sending here my postal address. This is one of my action or the command that I'm doing on one of the objects, that I am adding address here. Then I can say I can add my city. So let me go back and check what is city. So it says name equals city here. So I'll simply copy this code base. I simply copy this code base, and I said here it is city, and here it is my city. Same way I can add the pin code. Definitely it's in integer number, so 6-digit number it is asking, so we'll add name equals pin code here. So I will add a pin code. Let's see how we can add all those values, and then we simply try to take the screenshot that we have successfully entered those values. Okay, so let me take this, copy this, I said this, and I'm simply, though this is a string, it will take string, so I entered 6-digit number over here. Okay, so I said this is my particularly one of the page where I do this. Now I can add my state to. So I said this is my last element, add state. So this is my last element where I'm going to add the state. So let me take, I can say here what is the state value. So guys, please try in this way, that you can try to identify any of the web element from inspect itself, so that will give you a very good hands-on always. So I said my state here. Okay, now once I have added all those areas, now what that I wanted to make sure that I took a screenshot that every other areas are already entered, and then I took the screenshot that I have entered the data correctly, for example. Okay, I'm not going more in detail on these areas, but let's say how that works. So before that, there is a class. Okay, so there is a class in the particularly when you wanted to take the screenshot. So I can say if I wanted to take the screenshot, then I need to do something like take a screen shot. I simply said, and I said this is my take screenshot. I said take screenshot. Okay, and then I said equals a driver, for example. Now once I do that, immediately you will get an error. Once I try to take the driver, the reason behind is your driver is of type of web driver. See here what I'm talking about. Your driver is a type of web driver. When your driver is a type of web driver, then you cannot assign this driver to another type. That means your take a screenshot is another type. Okay, so if you can see, this is an interface. Take screenshot is an interface within your Selenium library. Now if I am trying to assign an instance of one interface to another, then definitely it may not work. So what it is asking me, it is saying add cast. That means it is saying add cast or change type of web driver to this. So I simply say it, no, that's better that I can add the cast here. Once I add the cast, then I can see here I have the instance of this screenshot class. Okay, I can get here that I have the instance of screenshot class. Now the next thing that I need to do is I simply need to take which type of screenshot I wanted to create or get. Okay, so the output type I wanted to tell the code base, that is output type. So I can say I want the screenshot, and I said get your screenshot as. So I said which output type I need. So I need output type is file. I said my output type and output type dot file. Okay, so I said output type is file. Once I write that output type file, then I can see what this get screenshot as return type. If you can see, the get screenshot as return type is a file. If you can see here, the return type of this is a file. So I can say here the file, definitely I need to take that file and which file I wanted to import in this code base. So there are multiple options available. If you can see here, there are multiple options available, and those options, out of those options, I can simply select java.io. I said java.io, input output. I just wanted to select the file type is java.io, and then what I said file, and what this file is. So I said this is my output. I said my output file, for example, equals to this get screenshot as. So this is what as of now we did. Now once I write this, I need to this copy now. I need to take this copy of this. So when I said I wanted to take the copy, there is another class that is your file utils. There is another that is your file utils. Once I write file utils, if you can see, I cannot get any options or import within this file utils. If I remove and again try, still there is no suggestion for this file utils. Definitely something is wrong here. So what is wrong? That this library of file util is missing. If you wanted to see what is wrong, then the library is missing for this file utils. So I need to do some research on what is the library that is required for file utils. So there are multiple ways. Let's say I can go always to one of the site, like I am always going to a Maven search repository. Okay, I always goes to the Maven search repository, Maven central repository, from where I can download any of the library or something is required. So before that also, if you wanted to understand, you can simply go to Google and say which library is required for file utils, for example. Okay, I simply said which library is required. So what it is saying, it is required your commons IO. It says you required a commons IO for file utils operation. Okay, so do this smart way, guys, rather than doing any other things. Do this smart way that I'm asking which library is required for file util. So it is saying you require the commons IO. Let's go back here and search your commons, and I said IO. Okay, so I said common and I said IO. Let me check it is what it is. It's a common or something. I am missing the spelling. Okay, so let's copy this. Let's copy this and paste it here. Okay, so this is what you require, the commons IO. Okay, so I click on this commons IO. If you can see, these are the commons IO, and I can simply download it from here. I said what you need. I need the jar. I don't work currently. I'm not working on the form, so I said I require the jar. So let me keep that jar on my system. I wanted to see, yes, that is downloaded just now at 9:47. Yes, this is my commons IO downloaded. So once I download this, I simply add that into my current project. So I can go back here. I said build path and configure build path. I go back, add external jars, and what is add external jars? I said some of my downloads. I said commons IO. I simply select this commons IO here. I said apply and then OK. And now let's try here. Now let's try here if that works. See, immediately there are options are available. There are options are available with you, and those options are saying you can simply get the commons IO. You can simply get this commons IO and then import that. That means you'll get this class suggestion. So it says this is how you required a commons IO import within this particular class. So to use this file utils class, so I simply click here, double click here. If you can see on the top, it shows everything which you downloaded. So if you can see, I downloaded commons IO file utils. Same way, if you can see, I downloaded that output type as well, which I have added. I downloaded that get screenshot also as one of the interface here. Same way WebDriver interface, same way Chrome driver class. All those imports are downloaded. So though this is not available within my Selenium library, that's why I have imported or copied that from the third-party libraries. Okay, so now once I download this and add into my code, now what? So next I said I wanted to, so next I wanted to copy that file. Let me make that bigger so that you can see. So I say file utils dot copy. I said copy file, right? I need the copy file. where I need my source and destination. So if you can see, my first is also source and the second one is also my destination, if you can see here. Okay, so first is my source and second one is also my destination. So I can make this as a source output file. Okay, so let make so that you can understand that in better way. And now I can copy this source output file here, and same way another import required is your that is your destination. Destination is also the type of file. So when I said it's again a type of file, so not always we need to give that file or something like, I mean, what we did here, I did like it this way. So if you want, I can write in this way, file, I said destination output of file equals something like new file, and I can give my whole path here. That is also possible, right? This is also one of the way which I can do, like I can give my path here, that is ABC C colon that ABC colon destination or something, right? So that is one way. But if I wanted to save this, so can I go back and see directly copy this here? Can I go back and copy directly this here? I simply remove this. I don't require this. Okay, so because I wanted to directly copy that the path over here. So if I wanted to do that path here, so what I'll do, I'll simply say from my path, from my absolute path, that means from my source, that means my root, whichever project currently I'm working. So I am into my BDD implementation workspace within one of my projects, Selenium implementation. So it is saying, when I say dot, it says within the Selenium implementation. When I say dot, it means a Selenium implementation. Now I said what I need to do under Selenium implementation. Let's say I wanted to say here, take screenshot. I said take screen, or let's say I'll write simple the screen. If it is bit difficult, so I'll write simple a screenshot. Okay, so I'll say the page name, that is, or the folder name is a screenshot. And I said within that screenshot I wanted to store as full page dot what type I want. So I said I want full page dot png. Okay, so I said I want the full page dot png. Okay, then only I mean, this is how it will work, so that I can say I want my new file and my png. So let's try that. And what's the error? Okay, so it says yes, add throws declaration, because it's an IO, input output. So that's why we need to add the throws rather than adding your try catch. I'm simply adding my throws here. Okay, so I add my throws, and finally once it is done, I need to write something. So what I can write, I'll write let me write here. I can say I have successfully taken screenshot of full page, and then I can simply close my driver. I can say once it is done, just let's close this driver. Let's close this driver. Okay, so why I'm going in detail, because these are the questions in interview people may ask you. Okay, so now if I can save this code base and let's try, then I'll explain one more time, and I'll show you then very interesting about how to take the screenshot of web element. Okay, just a second. So let it execute. I wanted to see it should take the screenshot of that within this BDD implementation. Okay, within that BDD implementation workspace. So it opens. Okay, it enters everything. Yes, so it says I have successfully taken the screenshot. Okay, so I have taken a successfully screenshot. So let's go back to that workspace now. Where is that workspace? I said I have within Selenium, that is my BDD implementation, and I have Selenium session 1 here. Can you see just now today it is writing new folder here, that is a screenshot. So how does it write the screenshot folder? Because what we had written here, at my root, that means at my absolute path, I wanted to first create a folder if it is not there. If it is not there, then just create the folder and then store this full page.png. Let's go back and see into this. So if you can see, it has the full page.png. Let it open and we can just see whether it has your whole full page.png. Can you see? We have added my postal address, my city, 123456 as my pin code, as well as my state. And then I took the screenshot and I said, yes, it is validating all my screenshot also. Okay, so this is how I can tell you, this is how we can see the full page screenshot is taken by Selenium. Now there is a very important question in interview. And the question that is, can you take a web element screenshot? Okay, the question in interview is, can you take a web element screenshot? Anyone wants to talk about this? If anyone wants to answer on that, if anyone knows how to take the web element screenshot. So guys, believe me, currently I'm working on WebDriver 4 where it is possible 100% because they are giving the additional benefit or additional methods of creating this the web element screenshot. But if you are aware, currently I am working on which version of Selenium. So if you can see here, I am working on Selenium 3. If you can see here, see what it is showing. I am working on Selenium 3.141.59. that is my one of the stable beta version or stable version of Selenium, the last version of WebDriver 3. Okay, currently I'm working on that. So now the question is, can you tell me how to get the screenshot, of particular element from the web page? The question is how to get a screenshot of particular web element from the web page using WebDriver 3, not using WebDriver 4, because it has inbuilt methods for web element to take the screenshot in WebDriver 4, but how to get within the WebDriver 3. And lots of people, they fail due to they are not aware how to get the screenshot of the particular web element. Okay, so now how to get a web element screenshot? So what I'll do here, I'm going to create one method. Okay, I'm going to create one method. I'll not remove that previous code. If anyone required the code base, just ask me that code. Okay, so we'll provide you that code base, don't worry about it. A public static void, I'll say a web element screenshot. Okay, and simply writing web element screenshot. So guys, look at very carefully, because these are the questions and where people are most of the time getting failed. Okay, so let me go back. I'll simply copy these two lines and till the open UAT. These two lines and till the open UAT. Let me copy these. I'll copy and paste it here. And now, so now as of now we worked on this element. Now let's try, we jump on some other, I can go on any other site. Okay, so let me go to the Yahoo. Okay, so this is my site. This time I have my application under test, that is a Yahoo. Okay, yahoo.com is application under test for me now. If you can see, I wanted to take the screenshot. Of this particular text box where people do their search. Okay, where people do their search. So I wanted to open the site, that is yahoo.com, and then I wanted to go back and search this particular or to get the screenshot of this particular web element. This is what very important. I wanted to do it now. So right click here, I simply inspect this element and I can see any of the locators. So if you remember, I already take a session on the locator. So guys, you can go back and have a look at all those locator. There are 8 different types of locator in Selenium. So walk through with all those locator, very important when you walk through with all those videos. Okay, so now I can see id equals header search input. Let me see, I can see the site here. So what I'll do, I'll simply copy this. I simply copy this URL. I go back, I write here driver dot get, and I said what I need to get. I need to get this Yahoo. Okay, and then I said once I get this Yahoo, now I wanted to search this search box and take a screenshot. Okay guys, I am showing this on WebDriver 3. In a WebDriver 3, it is very difficult to take the web element screenshot. It is not possible. There is no inbuilt feature in the WebDriver 3, but I'm showing you the way how we can take that. Okay, in WebDriver 4, it is already inbuilt feature. Okay, so now I can see this text ID is equals to header search input. So let's go back here. First, I will try to write driver dot find element by dot id, and I simply copy that. Oh, sorry. So I simply copy that. Let me copy from here by id, and I pass that id here. Okay, I said done. So what I said, this is my web element. This is my web element, or I say search. I said this is my web element search. So let me make it bigger so that you can see this in a better way. Okay, so now, okay, now what I show you, so I get this web element, that is header search input. Now I wanted to get the screenshot of this web element. So to get the screenshot of this web element, what I need to do is I can write the same code which we had written previously. Okay, but this time I am going to write the same code base in a different way. Okay, so 2 lines I can make it in the same line. Okay, so let me go. If you want, you can first search also, like if this search, I can say that search is displayed, and then I validate if this search is enabled. Okay, I can go with both the way. That's not an issue for me. Okay, so I can take this both the way. By that way also I can go, or to save your time, we can directly write our code base. Both the way are good to us. Okay, now what I need to do before that also, I guess we can maximize the screen, because I wanted to take the whole screenshot of that text box. So I can write here driver dot driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Okay, I simply maximize my screen. Now this time, if you remember what we had written here, we were written like take a screenshot driver. Okay, and then we say that that instance dot get screenshot as. Okay, now I wanted to show you how to make these 2 lines in a single line. Okay, now I wanted to show you how to make that 2 lines in a single line. Okay, that is my first objective now, so that you can understand how do we prepare that. So let me copy this code base. Okay, so let me copy this code base here. I'll simply write this. Let me get it multiple so that I can get that dot. So if you can see what I write here, dot. Once I write that dot, can you see I can get that get screenshot as method here? If you can see here, I can get that get screenshot method as here. Okay, so guys, very simple. Do not confuse yourself what I am telling you. What I did, I simply take this instance, that is driver, which is converted as a screenshot. Okay, what we did, we simply converted that driver into a screenshot, and then we get this get screenshot as. Then we simply did that get screenshot as. And now if you can see, I copy this. I copy simply this. No need to do any other things into the get screenshot as. I simply copy that and I simply close. So if you can see, I can get that screenshot and driver. So if you know, this method is returning the file. So do you think I can store that within the file object or file instance? I can say file and print or source print, okay, whatever it is, whatever we need to write. So I say source print, okay, I can write in this way. So I do have that source print here, that is my output file, and now I can furtherly do my execution. But if you know that WebDriver supports only a full page screenshot, now how do we get this full page? How do we convert that full page image into a particular web element? So I simply explain you how do we crop that entire page screenshot, okay, and get the screenshot that is required to us. Okay, we just do and we just try to print or get that and then simply do that. Let's try. I am going back here, okay, and now once I come here, I have one class, if you know, a buffered image. Anyone knows this? I am not sure, but let me show you image IO. If you know this image IO, this I require this image IO dot image IO dot I need a read, okay, and which file I need to read? So I need to read this source file, okay. I need to read this my source file, and what it returns, if you can see, definitely I'll add the throws, but what it returns, if you can see, this returns you the buffered image. This returns you a buffered image. So what I'll write here, I'll simply write my buffered image. Oh, sorry. So buffered image, I need this buffered image, and I said image. What's this? Okay. So image IO, what we take this image IO, okay, and we just simply take that JavaFX class to read that file, which required and which returns you the buffered image, okay. And that buffered image class is used to describe all your images. You can get the images and size and height and width and everything, okay. So now let's see how we'll proceed. Now what we can do, now I need the location. Now I need, oh sorry, so now I need a location of my web element. So when I said I need the location, so to get the location there is a method. To get the location there is a method. What is that method? I said what I need the search get location. If you can see, I'll get that search.get location. So search.get location will return me the location of particular this search element. So I am going to search this search box, and with this I am getting that location now. Now what this location is returning? What this location is returning? So this location is returning me a point. This location is returning me a point. If you know, so I wanted to show you that too. So let's say what it returns. So before that, okay, let me show you. It is showing some error. So okay, so let me show you. Let me remove this so that you can get now. If you can see, it is returning me the point. Which point? It is returning me Selenium point. So let's take a point here. I said point, and I want which, not AWT. I need a Selenium point, and I say a simple point. Or I can simply say a location, whatever it is you wanted to say. So I said location. Okay. So I say element location is better. So element location. So I get this element location by search and dot get location. Now once I get that location, the next thing that I wanted to get is your height and width of that element. So next is I wanted to get the height and width of this element. These are also questions in interview. People may ask you how to get height and width of any web element. Okay, so guys, look at carefully what I'm going to do now in the next. So how we are getting, we have this search element dot get size dot, what I need to get, I need to get the height. Search dot get height, I want to get the height. Same way, what you need to do, you need to get, oh sorry, so I need to get height. Okay, so now what get height returns, if you wanted to see, get height will return you the integer. So I will simply write here integer element height. Okay, I'm writing, there is a reason behind this. Now once I get the height, same way, if you know, I can get the size and I can then get width, for example. Okay, again this get width, if you wanted to see this get width, return you the integer. Okay, so I'll write here element width. Okay, I said element width. So this is how I can get the height, this is how I can get the width. Now once I get the element width and height, now I need to tell that buffered image, to whom I need to tell that buffered image, I wanted to particularly crop this screenshot into this ABC height and width or something else. Okay, so I can get that X location, I can get that Y location, both are possible. Okay, so how do I get that X and Y? So I have that location here. If you know, I do have that location here. Let's try to get that X and let's try to get its Y. So element location dot get, get, if you want, I can get the X. So I can get X and Y. So everyone knows about X and Y, that I'm not going more in detail about those, that because I know each one of you are more smarter than me into this. So you knows how to get this X and Y, but what is X and Y, that also you know. So I said this is my element X. Okay, and same way I can get my element, let's say get Y. Okay, so I said my element X, I can get my element Y. So I write here element Y. So this is my X, this is my Y, and I can get my height and width. So all these 4 coordinates are available with me now. So these are very important coordinates for me when I need to take the screenshot of my particular web element. Okay, I'm talking about, again, that is web element, but let's try to print this. So what it will print, because we wanted to get this element height, and then I can get my, because these are also very good questions and people may not able to answer most of the time in interview, but these questions will give you additional benefit over anyone else, because these are the questions where they came to know, like the Selenium in detail, because Selenium is a library and most of the time people are not that detailed about any of the library or third-party library. Okay, now I can write my element X, element Y, and all those. So let me first try to execute this code, and I want to, I had written one method, right? So I had written that web element screenshot. So let me cover up this code. Okay, I'll just do one thing. I'll simply make that as a comment. Okay, and then I simply call that method. So that is a static, that's why I created that static method. Okay, so let's try to run this code base first, so that we can just get whether it is taking all this location and the X and Y coordinate are properly or not, because the last code is very important which we wanted to write to crop that. Okay, so that's why before that we just wanted to print those. Let's try. Let it open, so maximize, and we'll see what happens. Okay, probably it is loading. Okay, let it load. It loads the page, and then we'll go back and check. Go back and then check. Okay, so I hope it is done. Let me go back to my code. Okay, so if you can see, it will print all your values that you are looking for. All your values. So it will print your height, width, then your X and Y, all those data it is capturing now. So very good. I mean, we are somehow near to our output. So now the important thing is, now we wanted to do the crop of this particular web element, because we got that particular web element with this code base. Now let's crop that element. So how do we crop that element? To crop that element, if you remember, we already have that buffer image. So what we'll do here, we'll simply write that buffer image. I said that buffer image dot. I said get my sub image. If you know, see what exactly I'm giving there. I am giving my X, I am giving my Y, I am giving my width, and I am giving my height. So the sub image is looking for X, Y, width, and height. Okay, if I pass these 4 coordinates, then it will identify this 4th coordinate and will take a screenshot. Okay, sometimes we'll do some mistakes, like we pass height and width first and then X and Y, and that time it may break. So what is my X? So X is my element X. What is my Y? That is element Y, and my element width, and also, and what is here? So I need my element height. Okay, so these are the 4 coordinates that I have taken. So this is the coordinate that it is looking for. But what that get sub image will do, it will not take the screenshot, right? It will just getting the sub image, and definitely I need to store that sub image somewhere one more time. So again, what that get sub image is returning. So if you can see here, that get sub image also returning me the buffered image. If you can see, that get sub image also returning me a buffered image. So let me store that one more time in the buffered image. I'll store that in the buffered image, and I said, what do you think I want to get? That I can give here element final image. Okay, so now I can get my buffered image. I said my now element final image is with me. Now what? Now I wanted to get that image printed. Now I wanted to get that image somewhere to write or something I need to do. Okay, so how do I get that? So if I can go to my list page again, I come here, and I said I have another that class last time which we had written the class. One more time we can take that, we can get that class too, and that class name is your image IO. Okay, that class name is image IO. So how do we get that? I can get that is my image IO. I said image IO dot write. See, if you wanted to see here, that is saying what you wanted to write. I wanted to write into a screenshot. I wanted to write what is your screenshot, what is your type, and everything it is asking you. Okay, so what I said, I wanted to write a particular this element which I have identified, so I can take that first. So okay, so what is my first? I said my element final. What is the format that I need? So let's say I'm saying I need the format that is a PNG, because last time also I said I wanted to get that as a PNG. Now when I talk, so which type, where do you define that output file as a type? So we defined that output file. So if you remember, we defined that output file as a type into our okay, come on. So input here, if you know. So I simply copy that and I simply paste it here. So let me complete this. So now I simply said I wanted to write that. Now once I write, the next statement that I need to do again, I wanted to store. Next statement that I wanted to do is I wanted to save. So what I use in my previous, that is I use that file utils dot, again what I use copy file. What is my the source? I do have source is source print, and what is my destination? So if you want, I can copy that destination one more time from the previous one. Where that? Okay, so I copy that. I simply this time give the another name to this destination. So I go back here, I give the destination this time, and the name to this destination is web element. Okay, this time it's a web element.png. And somehow if you want, some time will require, so let's thread.sleep, and I said I can wait for around 4 seconds, around, or 5 seconds. Let me set 4 seconds. Okay, and yes, you need to add the throws, so let's add throws. And then you said finished, then you said driver dot close. Let's this is how my code is written. Now I wanted to see if this code will take a screenshot of my page, and it will store that web page screenshot here itself, that web element. Okay, so let's execute this code base one more time. So I'm going to take the screenshot this time of the web page. Let me execute. Let me execute this program. Okay, there is an error, something that I'm missing. Let me go. Oh, what happened to this method? I deleted that method somewhere. Okay, yes. I have not added throws to my main, that's why it is throwing me error. So let's execute this program, and now let's see what it will print. So it opens your Yahoo, let's make it a bigger one. And so, okay, make it bigger, and once the page is loaded, whole page is loaded, then it should take the screenshot. Okay, so I'm not sure whether it takes the screenshot. Let's go back and try. Okay, yes, if you can see, I take that whole height and width, and then we crop, and then we got, if you can see that web page, so it is getting all this particular web page. So it is loading, and it is taking the screenshot of this particular web page, web element. So this is how, if somebody asks you the question in interview, how to do that, this is the best way by which you can explain, and this will make it one additional benefit for you to explain in interview, guys. And this will help you in lot of other ways as well, that people can understand, I mean, exactly how you get the screenshot, how the full page screenshot, how the single web element screenshot is possible using your WebDriver 3.2. Okay, so now there are some other screenshot as well, but what I mean, due to this time constraint today, I took bit longer, that I know, but due to this time constraint I cannot proceed further. But there are the people may ask you the question how to take a screenshot of any failed test case. Okay, that is also possible. I'll show you that in my future or upcoming sessions or videos. Now what I need your help is that do let me know which topic or which session or which series do you want me to start from the next week onward. Is that CPrace? Is that protractor? Is that RPM? Okay, and please post your comments on this video itself, because this is very important, guys. I need your input here itself, so that we need a good answer and good suggestion, because support team will give me the final answer from video itself only. Okay, so based on that only we can start. And if you are liking these videos, and then please do like this video. If you unlike, still it's okay if you didn't like this video. And please subscribe to this channel, because we are trying to help as many as possible people. And if you want to follow me on LinkedIn, then you can go and search automated script on LinkedIn, and you can find me there too. So thank you so much, guys, for joining today's session, and we'll meet tomorrow, or Thursday, on another topic. But meanwhile, you can answer all your comments on the video itself, guys. Do not answer on the chat window. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good night. Bye.